The executive residency is the opening gun in the Bloch Executive MBA program, and it has been since we started the program. And it serves several purposes for us. Purpose number one is just building community and building relationships among members of a new class. One of the key parts and most valuable parts of the Bloch Executive MBA is the networking, the kinds of relationships that people build with their classmates. And one of our goals in the executive residency is to get that process off to a very positive start. Part of that involves building teams, because teams and teamwork are one of the key components throughout the program. So everyone will become a part of a team that will engage in a variety of projects and do a lot of learning and a lot of work and probably have a lot of fun together as well. So that's one of our goals. Secondly, it's a transition back to graduate study for many people who it may have been a few years, more than a few years, since they were last in a university classroom. This is an opportunity to get back up to speed and to begin and to make a hopefully reasonably gentle transition to reading and answering questions and trying to figure out complicated material. So that's a second goal. A third is an introduction to some of the topics that are important in an MBA program, and they're certainly important in the Bloch MBA. One of those is finance and reading financial statements, and so one of the modules that we have as part of the residency is a unit that includes both a combination of classes as well as activities and projects to learn more about how do you look at a financial statement, what are the tools and techniques that enable you to make sense out of what's going on there. So that's one topic. Another topic that we introduce is leadership, which is one of the threads that runs throughout the 2 years of the Bloch EMBA program. The format of the executive residency, it's an intense week. It's very active. You'll be engaged all the time, and the activities include participating in classes, of course, case discussions, group projects, tasks, sometimes competitive activities. So it's a highly engaging thing. You'll be busy pretty much morning to night. You'll be spending a high percentage of your time interacting with, working with, getting to know your classmates, and engaging challenging material that's part of the EMBA curriculum. When students arrive at the residency, many of them arrive nervous and fearful. Should I be here? Do I belong here? And do I have the background that's going to enable me to succeed? In every class, there are some people who are reasonably terrified about some of the quantitative threads, the finance, the accounting, statistics, and so on. I think one of the surprises people have is that the program turns out to be digestible and accessible, that you can do it. The admissions process is very thorough, very careful. We try to ensure that everybody who arrives at the executive residency indeed belongs there. You should be here, and you're going to be able to do the work. I think a second thing that often is a surprise to people is they have more fun. It's more exciting, it's more energizing, and that it's a really different experience than the one that at least some people had when they were back in college, because of the engagement, and also because a lot of the material that we're covering feels relevant. You can immediately see how it is applicable to you and your work.